about making your sound better.
Hi there guys, Redhead Roman in cooperation with WA Production is speaking. In this tutorial we will take a look at creating Offbeat Melbourne Bounce in FL Studio, which is quite a cool thing, and I think you will love it because we will be creating two type of Melbourne Bass in this tutorial, and at the end you will receive all of this, including the FLP, the whole, like all of these samples and presets for free. So be sure to check out how they were created, and after the video, check the description for the free download link. So let me just first play you what we'll be creating here. Playing in a 3, 2, 1, here we go. So yeah, that's it. This drop lead is from a pack called What About Top Chart Melbourne Bounce Kits, which is quite cool pack. So yeah, be sure to check this one as well. What is great about this tutorial is that we will provide you this FLP, so you can save this mixer preset and you can use this FX chain I've created for our purposes, and you can apply it on some of your future production when you will need some sick effects to make instantly your offbeat sounds great. So yeah, let's get to it. What we've got here. First of all, let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at the playlist. Here I put a kick from the free Melbourne Bounce pack by WA Production. Here is the clap. Here is a clap from EDM Essentials pack. From the same pack is this top loop I've put there, and here we have the lead melody from a kit from the pack that I just told you about. And that's all. The rest is our offbeat bass. We will be, as I already mentioned, we will be creating two sounds here, but those sounds are both of them are layered ones, so that means that they contain two basic sounds which are then layered, and that's all. For this purpose I use the layer tool from FL Studio, and I just routed those two guys from this layer, those two guys to this layer, and those two guys are routed to the other one. So let's just turn off everything we've got here. And yeah, about those presets, I took some of already released sounds by WA Production, but I tweaked them a lot to make them sound like proper, because it's not that easy to create the right sound, so like all will sound well together. It's really important to find the right sound. I'm usually creating the offbeat bass from really like 2 layers, not just 1 or 3, maybe 3, but it's sometimes too much. So I think 2 layers are just great, and so it's hard to find the right, like, both of those layers, and then to affect them properly so they sound well together at the same time. I hope you know what I mean. It's quite hard to explain. So, offbeat bass doesn't need to be like, long note. Those offbeat bass is a type of like bass plug or something like that. So yeah, that's great. The awesome thing about Spire is that it has this great phaser, which I'm using a lot for offbeat basses because it needs to be like a bit wobbly, and for this purpose this phaser doing just great. So this is the first sound, and this is the other one. As you can hear, this one is really wobble type of bass. And when we play both of them at the same time, it goes like this. While creating these sounds, I wasn't had the exact idea in my head. I just did what I thought sound great, and then I let these plugins to do the magic. So here we go, unaffected. What I did there is that I put those 2 equalizers on the first bass to make it sound a bit sharper, and I did add this stereo shaper on the other one because I found out that it just sounds well, if the offbeat bass is a bit stereo, it's not just inside a mix, but it goes a bit, like wider, which is cool. So that's a great tip for you. Maybe sometimes you can play a bit with the stereo effect, stereo wideness of those basses. Yeah, and then I rotate both of those channels to the third one, and this is the main magic part. So what I did there is that I've added this SSL, as I'm always doing. The reason is to glue those sounds together and to add a bit of punch to them. The attack, like the attack is set to 10 milliseconds or microseconds, I'm not sure now, and the release is set on auto, so the auto release is quite fast, so it goes like quickly back, which is what we need for our purpose. What I did next is that I have added just a slightly this OTT compressor by X4 Records, which is available for free. So if you should download it because it's really a great one, and especially for FL Studio users, because we just don't have an option of using some great multi-band compressors here. So you should download this compressor and use it for some of your sounds, because it is a great one. So that's the compression part. Oh, whoa, sorry, that's the OTT, but before the OTT I did add this another multi-band dynamics compressor by Waves called C6, and look at this. You see how much I'm compressing the mid part of the sound? That's the main trick, in my opinion. That sounds the best to me, I just like load this I just have this default, and what I did first is that I moved this band. It maybe is a bit weird, but I'm just moving it to make the bass frequencies of the sound a bit more, like a bit better, a bit, just make the bass more louder of the sound. And I usually compress these mid frequencies a lot. That really cleans the sound and makes it like super useful for Melbourne producing. So the main trick is this C6, believe me. What I did next is that I added this Trans X white stereo, which is I can't remember the name of those type of plugins, but it's adding the punch to the sound. I'm using this monster plug preset. Maybe sometimes it's just too much, so I lower the range a bit. But it is adding the nice, like as I already mentioned, the nice punch at the beginning of each sound, which is great for this sound, and we just need it. I've also added just slightly this FLP filter Saturn, to make it more full, to make the sound more full. I also added this isotope ozone imager 5. I made sure to have the low frequencies all the way to the mono, and I was just tweaking with the sound and realized that if I turned up this upper mid frequencies a bit, it sounds just great. So, and one of the last step is this EQ from FLP filter, which makes those high frequencies a bit louder, and just a bit of reverb, shorter ones. From default it's set to 2 seconds, so I turn it down to like 1 second or something. So that's the FX chain you need. You just need to have it, right? So yeah, for the second sound, I just put there some different sounds to make it more interesting for you, so you will receive just more sounds at once, which is great. And I did route both of them to the same FX channel as the first as for the first Offbeat bass. Yeah. Different type of sounds, but after applying this FX chain, it just sounds way much better, and as you can hear, it's useful for all type of bass sounds, basically, because those sounds and those sounds are really some different ones. They are not very similar. So yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did for you. Let me just play you one more time how the final sound sounds like. How the final sound sounds like. The FL Studio is lagging a bit, so I hope I did record everything properly. yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I really believe that this tutorial will be you know what I mean. I really believe that you will like this tutorial because I think it's a great one, and I think a lot of you are looking for these type of tutorials. So take care, have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like, and just produce more music because it's so much fun, right? Bye.